So we have Lorenz Jungling here, COO of N26. Lorenz, could you tell me shortly who you are and what do you do?
Yeah, as you said, my name is Lorenz. I'm the COO of N26. That means I'm responsible for 4 areas. The first one is internationalization, business development, operations, and customer service. So it's actually parts of a more like traditional portfolio and parts like more dealing with the disruption of fintech. And I originally came from consulting, so I spent 12 years in consulting before I joined N26, which I did very recently. And that's basically my responsibility.
Okay, and could you tell shortly what is N26?
N26 is an internet bank, or like what we would want to say like the first attempt at a European-wide internet bank. We recently got granted a banking license, I think like 2 months ago. We are completely focused on the user experience that you can do every aspect of your banking from your smartphone. And obviously we are trying to revolutionize the way that banking works. So from a traditional industry in which you just like sell products and want to make money, we want to become kind of like the partner that helps people to lead more like successful and fulfilled lives with the financial means that are available to them. That also means that we want to be there to offer you the right product, be transparent with the fees, be very fair with the pricing, and by that like help you to get along with your life better.
And as you mentioned, banking has been changing very rapidly recently, also with the introduction of completely branchless banks such as N26, for example. How do you see the next 5 years in evolution of fintech? What are going to be the big trends that we're going to see?
I think the next 5 years is a long horizon for like an industry that's facing like a lot of disruptions. I think at least in the consumer branch of banking, the whole like we are already seeing that even all of like the brick and mortar banks that compete with us are trying to build kind of like at least an application. But that's kind of like what I would call is like they try to UXify banking in terms of like giving you a better user experience. They're not really going to the heart of what banking is. And when I said like that our aim is to be kind of like your partner in life, helping you with financial matters, I think like that's really what can make banking or like make the banking aspect of fintech a better one going forward, by using all of the information that we obviously get by dealing with people's lives on a daily basis and having a platform that people like look at every day, like being able to understand the needs of customers better and cater to them, be it like traditionally banking near products like insurance or being even lifestyle products, be it I think a first step would be to offer vouchers or like to go towards partnerships with other brands that are not like in the traditional banking space. And I think like we're gonna like see more and more of that happening going forward in the next 5 years.
And now that these rapid changes are happening, traditional banks are the ones who are facing the most disruption, I would say. What would be your advice to banks like OP? How should we react to the changing situation?
Yeah, I think it's not an easy situation, because I think with the disruption of fintech has a couple of aspects. It's obviously the aspect of like the new competitors that enter the market like us are real like true startups in terms of have a true startup culture, have different organizational models, have different ways of thinking about what is important in dealing with what users want. So I think like that's part that traditional companies can like emulate by building an accelerator, like taking parts of the organization away from the traditional one and like trying to simulate the startup vibe, so to speak. But the heart of the disruption also comes from a kind of like feeling of consumers to be fed up with traditional banks. The banking crisis has taken away a lot of credibility from financial institutions in the user's perspective, and I think like that's something that at least for the traditional players is something that they will have to face with like apart from the startup phenomenon.
All right. Thank you very much for your insights and thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.